We are now broadcasting. All right. Where is my Hoblo Goblo? What's up? All right, you guys. So we're gonna give anyone and everyone a chance to join, and then we're gonna get started. So yeah. Oh wait, copyright. Can't do that. I was staring at the sky. So for anyone that heard that on stream, I was staring at the sky. If you could tell me the name of that song or whatever it was, then guess what? I will send you a 12-pack of Pepsi. There we go. Looky there. Look at me.
You think I like Pepsi?
Shut the fuck up and get out of here and wait your turn.
Tastes gross.
Shut up. Okay. It's not time yet. Go away. I hope that whoever's supposed to monitors.
Oops.
Yeah. Oops. I love my job. I tell myself that every night when I'm crying myself to sleep, that I just, I love my job. People I work with are really shitty. I mean, are really just great people.
Yeah, I also talk to myself thinking about how my boss is such a great guy, dude.
He's a great guy, dude. I love the way he said, dude. He's a great guy, dude. That makes me miss Brandon. Alright, we're just about ready to start. So whoever isn't here, well, whatever. Don't bother showing up later. Okay. We're going to get started. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Pepsi, or Peppo. A dude with attitude, so crack 40 and check your rollies and enjoy the blaster in the background, which I have a feeling is possibly Forrest. Or, no, that's probably the other one. So, today, we are doing just something a little bit chill. We're going to talk about the Book of Boba Fett series on Disney+. The finale happens this Wednesday. It's going to be awesome. And we did a review on the very first episode, and that was great, really fun. Check it out. But I haven't had time to do a review on all the other episodes. So we're doing a stream to fill the gap and just discuss everything since episode 1. We're going to do a little bit of non-spoilers at the beginning, but it's going to be just meh. And then we're going to talk spoilers. We're only doing that so we can satisfy Carlos because we don't want him to... Yeah. So, yeah, so we're just going to sit back, chill, and talk about Boba Fett so far, what we think and what we want from the finale. And if any of y'all have any questions or want to talk about anything with the show too, just go ahead and comment. And feel free to subscribe. It is free if you want to hear us just bullshit some more. Joining me today is everyone's least favorite smelly Mexican. Not a dude with attitude, but a dude nonetheless.
Carlos! Hi, Carlos.
There we go. I was kind of worried you were just going to pause there, buddy. There we go. Yeah. And call him Mr. Minecraft. Call him Mr. Molester. Call him Mr. Minnesota. But he is, to us, Mr. M.
Bitch.
Yes. Mr. M, the bitch. There you go. And the eagle-eyed enigma, the mysterious twist, Forrest the Boris.
Greetings, denizens of the internet.
Thank God he didn't say anything else. The last time he did that intro, it was like really long. Besides last night.
Greetings, denizens and viewers and human beings of the internet.
Yeah, he went on for like 20 like when we did the review for the Book of Boba, the first episode, he like did his intro and I'm just sitting there like, Like,
Bro.
your intro's longer than mine ever used to be. And I used to say, fucking stick a broom up my ass, pull it out real fast, get ready for something sexy. It's Pepsi, bada boom, bada bing, bang, bang, bangity bang, all that bullshit. I can't believe I brought that back, but, I just did. So moving on. So, yeah, let's get all the non-spoilers out of the way. That way we can actually talk about real shit. Visually, it's been great so far. What did y'all say? Every episode's been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they've got a
It's
really good
Disney.
standard. Yeah, it's the same look and feel as Mando. It's great.
Yeah, I agree.
Perfect.
Dialogue and character-wise, ship-wise, lore-wise, looks pretty good, right?
Yeah.
See,
I know there's
And-
some odd things with the lore. I'm not exactly sure what that all is. I'm a
Yeah,
huge lore buff with Star Wars.
I don't know. Yeah. And it feels like Star Wars. We got blasters and stuff. We all like it so far, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Affirmative.
so that is the non-spoiler section. I hope you all very much enjoyed it. I don't know why we did it, but we did.
We
So
go
there you
over
go.
some of the episodes and how we feel about some of them, if without spoilers. Or do you want to jump into spoilers?
I'd rather. Okay, let's take a vote. Who wants to jump into spoilers? Me.
Me.
Probably worth it. What the fuck?
Oh, I just realized I'm on camera when I do that now. So, hi. Anyway, we're gonna do heroes
start?
versus villains.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let's let Carlos start. He's gonna go on for about 5 minutes, and then the rest of us are gonna talk for the rest of the
I
stream.
was saying I start the search for heroes versus villains.
Oh, my bad. Oh, we're going to Kessel. Awesome.
This is not very accurate for the lore.
All right, well, let's talk about episode 2. We're going to go from episode to episode, all right, since we're not doing the reviews. Episode 2, it was longer, which all of us wanted. Oh, yeah, I'm being Boba, 100%. It was longer. I know that's what she said. It had a little bit more humor to it. There's actually a lot of different things to it. It introduced us, I think, for the first time to what the main antagonist of the story was going to be with the Pikes, right? Or were they mentioned in episode 1?
they were mentioned in like 3 or 2.
Oh, no. They show up in 2. I'm just wondering if they were mentioned or shown at all in the episode prior.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So I really liked that. I know for some people it was either a hit or a miss, but the majority seemed like they really enjoyed episode 2. They enjoyed it like a bantha. I had so much I enjoyed about it. The whole speeder thing, the train, and more importantly, we got more flashbacks that really kind of made us understand. Ow. Thank you. Get away from me, Anakin. I'm made out of sand. Go away.
And I had some deal with some. My
What's
bad.
up? Well, we're just talking about episode 2.
Alright.
So, you didn't miss much while you're PMSing. But we, I'm going to make that a thing now for you, buddy.
Oh no.
Oh,
the
no.
Offensive to some people. Probably.
Well, we're not dudes with attitude. We're dudes with feelings. So, wow, that was really cringe, dudes with feelings.
Feelings.
I have feelings, you guys. Anakin had a lot of feelings in that Jedi Temple, did you think?
Yeah, he had a lot of shit going on inside of him.
Yeah, it was a really bad day, guys. I was really depressed.
He's going through a tough time. 400 Anakin? Holy shit.
Yeah. So, anyway, back to basically everything with that episode. The whole thing showing us how Boba basically got to be what we saw back in Mando Season 2. That was cool. Him getting Dawn the capes and making his own staff. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And just, it had a lot of good stuff. Like, I remember when I first saw it, it had so much Star Wars feeling to it. It was like, I loved it. I really liked it, and that's saying something because I did enjoy the first episode. I know some people found it boring, and then some people really enjoyed it, and this and that. But to me, I thought the first episode was solid, and it made the foundation. And then if it didn't have a foundation, episode 2 basically did that so much. I don't think there was anything with episode 2 I didn't like. I mean, we even one of my theories was that we were going to get to see Hutts, and we did. We got to see 2 Hutts that were rather close, but maybe that's just how it runs in the Hutt family. I don't know. But what did y'all think of episode 2 and the Hutts and all that stuff? And of course, the Wookiee bounty hunter that we all love so much.
Black Chrysanthemum.
I'm glad someone said his name.
I thought episode 2 was really good. I loved everything within the flashback with the Tuskens. It felt like you said, it still felt like Star Wars. It still felt like Star Wars, even though it was like going through a lot of new stuff. You know, they're introducing the Tuskens a lot more and actually getting us to know them as more than just animals.
Yeah.
Like in episode 2.
I loved that.
But, I really enjoyed the episode, but I feel like to me, the only problem I had with it was just that there wasn't enough of stuff going on in the present. You know? It was just more explaining everything before Mandalorian, which I'm fine with, but I would have preferred just a little bit more of the stuff what he's doing in the present with the mayor and with the Hutts in that episode. But
No, yeah, that's exactly how I felt, and mainly about episode 2 and 3, where it's like I love the stuff on all the backstory with the Tusken Raiders and everything. But to me, it just felt like, can I get more present stuff, please? Like, that's kind of how I felt.
I think you mean 2 and 4. Because
three was one where it turned around and barely had anything from the past.
Yeah, it was a great episode. Everything you said, though, this train stuff, and Boba was a lot of a badass. He was doing
I love the train sequence.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, the 2 best sequences were the training montage, hence like a bantha.
Like a bantha.
Like a bantha.
Love that. Look, it's perfect. It's like it's not like too like comical and too cheesy, but like it also adds some nice flavor of comedy and funniness to it. It's not too serious.
Well, a recurring theme from the majority, by the way, has been that people felt they focused too much on flashbacks and not the present. And I know that was the majority of people they didn't hate it, but they didn't. They wanted more present, which makes sense. To me, my thing was this: if this whole season would have been more flashbacks over present stuff, I would have been okay with that. And then season 2. No flashbacks and completely present, I would have been okay with that because I love flashbacks because there's so much opportunity there. Darth Vader, Cad Bane, so many different stories to tell and show us, and we got some cool stuff like seeing Camino again, and just certain things that I thought were really cool.
Yeah.
And so that was cool. I do feel like there's room for more. Yeah.
Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I liked that. It felt like it was an inner struggle and stuff with his demons and whatnot. Bye-bye, Luke. Hold up, I gotta take out Luke here real quick. Come here, Luke. Come on, Luke. You don't have... What? Where's Grogu? Did I kill him? Oh, that's right. I did. Bitch. Hold up. Ah! Vader, why couldn't you kill yourself faster? What the heck was that spin, Anakin? You think you're fucking badass or some shit? Anyway, there's a lot of stuff. I loved the feeling of it with Boba in the desert after he catches the pikes. And the whole speeder thing and the Terminator scene, it felt like whenever he went to get the speeders, basically, that was cool.
Oh, when he went to Tasha's station finally, when somebody finally got to Tashi's station.
Yeah, that was awesome. I loved it. Oh shit, I think I actually killed Grogu.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was a great episode. It was just needed just a tiny bit of more.
Yeah. Which,
Doesn't
you
suck.
know, honestly,
This is a
I
big
do
problem
hope
to me.
we get more flashbacks, but now that we're about to finish season 1, I want present. And I think that's basically
Yeah.
what's happening now is we're getting present, but it seems like there might be a future problem. And we'll discuss that in a bit. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but that's because I've watched other shows that have done what they're currently doing where people freaked out then. This kind of like they're freaking out now. And as Obi-Wan would say, patience. Just like I said with the flashbacks. A lot of people are like, they're just going to rely on flashbacks and this stupid shit, you know, it's not going to get any better. So many people were ready to turn away from the episode after, I think, what was episode 3 of the Power Rangers? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Episode 3,
Yes, Power Rangers.
the Mos Eisley gang, the Suicide Squad, the PMS Squad, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. A lot of people were saying, should we trust Jon Favreau with the franchise? I mean, he just doesn't know these characters, and now we got Power Rangers, and the bikes are so colorful. It's ruining my Star Wars experience. I mean, I wish I was colorblind. And, you know, it's just like, bro, what you're complaining? We would not have Book of Boba Fett without Mando. How do we have Mando? Jon Favreau. Calm down and wait. And everyone did, and then I remember everyone turned around and was like, oh yeah, I love Star Wars. I've always loved Star Wars, you know? And it's like, yeah, now you do. Like, it's not Twix where, you know, you try both, pick a side, you know, you just fucking keep changing your opinion. That's not the Jedi way. Like, come on, man. Don't turn on Favreau. I'm sorry I'm going on a rant with that, but it really pissed me off.
Only the Sith deal in absolutes.
But let's go ahead and get into that episode. So episode 3 had a lot more of the present. Well, hold up first.
Are we gonna rate episode 2?
I don't really feel like rating each one. That's a little too in depth. We're kind of just chilling, which is why I kind of want to go back and see if Austin had anything else to say about episode 2, or if anyone did.
No, episode 2 was pretty
So-
good. But I gotta, if I were gonna do the thing with like Carlos who said rate it, it is one of the better ones. I don't really have a I don't like really giving it a number, but it is one of the better.
It was my favorite for a while, but now episode 5 is probably my favorite, and I think we all know why.
Yeah, 5 and
So,
6.
we,
Yeah,
we-
I'd probably give it like a 9. It's just the only problem I had was just, like I said.
I loved episode 5 as well. It was easily one of the best.
and there's a reason it sucks that episode 5 was one of the best.
Yeah.
And we will
Well,
get to that
we'll-
probably within the next half hour.
Yes.
So please stick around.
Yeah. Stick around, whoever's here. Which, there's 4 people here. Why aren't y'all talking? Are you scared? Talk. Join the dark side. We have cookies. Anyway, we're gonna do another one of the heroes versus villains.
Pepsi.
It's coarse and it's rough.
Irritating and it gets everywhere.
Good. I'm
Not
glad
like
you.
here. Here, everything is soft and smooth.
Okay, we get Anakin.
We get it. I don't know why.
Start stating off the whole lines of the movie, you know. I call us the best in negotiations.
Bro, you can't quote Padme and not expect me to take a moment to.
Get thirsty.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back in 45 minutes. Y'all continue talking about episode. I'm sorry. I love Natalie Portman. Oh wait, I don't know what happened to the camera. Oh well, sorry guys.
Okay, maybe we should move on to episode 3 of Mandalorian. I mean, not. Let's move on to Mandalorian season 2.5. Let's go, guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. People are gonna
yet.
understand those jokes later. Well, unless they've already watched the series.
Yeah.
Which I imagine most, if anyone. Oh, server cannot be connected. Alright, moving on. Let's do that one. So anyway, episode 3. Kind of starts in an interesting way. Fuck, I don't remember how it starts. Episode 3, yeah. Well, let's just talk about what happened in episode 3. We got kind of the signal for the ending of the flashbacks, I think, or was that in episode 4?
I think it was episode 4.
So what happened in episode 3 with the flashback?
Episode 3, I'm pretty sure it starts
Episode
out.
3 was
They were at the
diplomacy episode.
the Jabba's palace, and then they're
Oh yeah, because there's not
enough.
there's not a bunch in the past. Yeah.
And then they started talking to the people of the city, and the one guy was saying there's a biker gang and they're attacking me, and then Boba goes to go and investigate and stuff, and that's when he picks up the biker gang.
Yeah, that's basically it. So there was this gang of these modders, as they're called, cyberpunkers, and they had these colorful bikes. A lot of people weren't really into that. Where are we at? Are we on Tatooine? No, we're on Endor, whatever. A lot of people didn't like that. It bothered them because the bikes were very colorful and kind of made Boba Fett kind of seem like a loser or something. I didn't mind it. I feel like they're from Coruscant and there's a deeper story there. Or maybe they just made a mistake. That's one thing people don't realize. People can make mistakes. I mean, I'm just saying it. Jar Jar. George Lucas gave us Jar Jar. So I'm just... Are you calling the Clone Wars a mistake?
No, he put Jar Jar in the Clone Wars, okay? I'm not saying it's a mistake.
Well, no, Jar Jar himself is a mistake.
Well, putting him in the Clone Wars is a mistake. But it's a small one.
Putting Jar Jar behind the camera was a mistake. Not because of the actor, either.
I feel bad for the actor.
I know. Fucking idiot. Can't even act really
Character isn't
well.
that bad, just didn't get interesting story.
I'm kidding, by the way. Oh shit. Ah!
No, but, I think the people's problem mainly was like, one, they didn't really fit in that well, which I kind of disagree with. I think they fit in good enough for me.
It's just that it was Tatooine. If it was anywhere else, I think...
it was Tatooine.
Yeah.
I think another big thing is how Boba Fett just kind of decides to just let them join him, when people would expected him to be a lot more like, oh, I'm gonna fucking shoot you up and I'm gonna kill you and all this shit, like he would have probably in like Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
But instead he's very lenient. He kind of just lets them do whatever.
I have a theory about that, by the way.
I have a small problem with that, but I don't think that's a very big
problem.
don't.
If my theory's correct, I really don't have a problem with it.
What's your theory? You're gonna say that later.
I can go and say it now. I think this whole time, Fett has either A, been changed by the Tuskens, which I think either way, it's had an effect on him. But the other thing is, I also feel that he's just doing this as kind of a show. He's kind of seeing where things seeing where the leaves fall, and just... He's kind of sitting back and watching how everything's playing out, and it's all an act. And I think because you got to realize, Cad Bane says Fett is a cold-blooded killer, which, by the way, yeah,
that's who Cad Bane is, though, too.
Exactly.
He works for the Empire. He literally worked for Sidious in the Clone Wars.
Exactly. But my point is, he says he's a cold-blooded guy who worked for the Empire. Yeah. So nothing really there has changed. They acknowledge... So the writers of the show know that he was a cold-blooded killer. 5 years with the Tuskens isn't going to change it. It might temper it a bit, which is fine. But I think either A, he's just going to rip off a facade and be like, you know what? No, I don't give a shit. Or maybe he's going to be like, you know what? Time to return to what works. Yeah, and if either one of those happen, I'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
And I think if the writers did make a mistake and made him like this, they're going to pay attention. These people care about what we want. If they're like, you know what, they're right. We tried to make him more like this, but we can fix this at the very beginning of Season 2. So let's do it. And then everything's fine. It'll be an easy fix.
But I think the direction they're taking him is very interesting. But
My question is, if that is the case, what will be the straw that breaks the camel's back that pushes Boba to begin to behave like that again?
have someone
I
Cad
campaign.
Bane. Cad Bane.
I think Cad Bane might.
Or seeing the pecs again.
It's what's gonna happen with that character though. I think Cad Bane might kill Fennec, although Fennec seems like a pretty big character. But I'm telling you, it'd be a pretty strong way to end the first season to kill Fennec.
Well, I think it'd be very interesting if they maybe have that one biker gang, different biker gang, the one that killed the Tuscans, that they are under Cad Bane's rule, or Cad Bane hired them, or something like that. That could be interesting, where it's like, then he's gonna go into full, fuck you mode, and just kill him, That could be interesting if they go some draw like that. Cad Bane's been doing stuff behind the scenes a little bit more.
I just got fucked up as Boba. Kind of like when the Wookiee kicks his ass.
Boogie kicks his ass later in the episode.
Yeah. Okay, so the Wookiee we were introduced to in episode 2, that was a big thing that was like awesome.
Black Chrysanthemum.
Black Chrysanthemum. I was very happy to see it. I read the books and the comics. I know Forrest reads some of the stuff, not a lot. And I know Carlos and Austin mainly like hear about it or look up the stuff. And Austin reads some of it.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, someone correct me. But I read a lot of it. I have a shit ton
get
of
most
books.
of the coverage off of a variety of YouTube channels.
Yeah, like Mike Zero, which we need to have a discussion about that later.
Fucking Mike Zero.
I know, he sent me a
not
video.
Mike Zero.
A few weeks ago, he sent me a video from Mike Zero, and he's like, dude, check this out. And I was
my
like,
fucking
what?
I think almost everyone has made the mistake once or twice though, or no, for the first time. They see him like, oh shit, and then they realize, wait, this guy's fucking stupid.
Yes. Oh, George Lucas is restarting the Star Wars series.
Yeah, we're in a little sidetracked with Mike Zero.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, we don't want to talk shit about him. Enough people do that as it is. So, Black Chrysanthemum, he's in the comics. He's really cool. And to see him brought to life on the screen is cool because we haven't seen a lot of other Wookiees on the screen. So, Boba's in the Bacta tank. And we're thinking everything's alright. All of a sudden it opens. And I've seen so many people react to this, and I myself did too. Grabs Boba and starts just beating the hell out of him, burping all over him, thanks for the sound effect. It's great! And I thought it was really cool to see. But there is a little bit of debate. Was Black Chrysanthemum powerful enough? Because he seemed kind of weak. And Star Wars Theory kind of said he didn't really like the display from Black Chrysanthemum. He expected more. Now, I'm not dissing Star Wars Theory. I love Star Wars Theory. Much respect to him. I watch him all the time. Well, this isn't a Kiss Star Wars Theory's ass stream, so we'll leave it at that. But anyway, the point is, he thought that he looked a little weak, and it's one of the few times I disagreed with Star Wars Theory, because the thing is, Black Chrysanthemum's dealing with Boba, but Boba doesn't have a suit, so he's destroying Boba. But then all the modders and Power Rangers show up. And that's the thing. All of them take a swing at him. And that's kind of what happens. And then it takes Fennec, a really highly trained bounty hunter, after he's already damaged and dealt with stuff, to put him in the damn thing, in the pit. So I don't feel he was weak. I loved the display. I thought it was brutal, and it showed everyone that, hey, because honestly, I'm be honest, when I think of Chewie, I think of cuddly. I'm be honest. I think of a cuddly Wookiee who can shoot, and you go, ah! That's it. That's all I think of when I think of Chewie. And I love Chewie. But, he's not scary. You know, this fucking Wookiee was tearing off arms, which we'll talk about later. That was really cool. But Black Chrysanthemum was a really big takeaway, at least for me, from episode 3, as well as the Rancor. The Rancor was really
Ooh, yeah,
cool.
that was cool.
Ooh, yes. I'm glad we finally got to that.
So what do y'all have to say about Black Chrysanthemum, the Rancor, and overall the episode that was episode 3? And Austin, you
I feel
can
like,
jump in anytime.
I mean, can we just give kudos to our boy Danny Trejo?
damn, yeah, it was really cool seeing
Yeah,
him in Star Wars.
yeah. I mean, it was okay, I guess.
I
It was
personally
okay.
think out of all the episodes, like a standard for like what a lot of people wished more what would be episode 3, because like we said with episode like 5 and 6, like Mando season 2.5.
Man, no,
It's
season
not really
2.5.
like that's why I personally think episode 3 is one of the best episodes.
Oh my god, this
Of
is so
Boba.
perfect. Wookiee's about, fucking Chewie's about to kick my ass. And he did. Anyway, continue.
That's all I had to say.
Yeah, I would say that Black Chrysanthemum was a little bit weak, but I don't know anything about the comics. So maybe that's just the way he was, but I do think it was really good. I think it'd be cool though we do see him just fucking destroy people in the finale. I really want to see him just be a badass, you know? But he was really cool. I saw in the episode, I believe. I just don't know how the power scaling works with him, and or not power scaling, but just how powerful he should be. But a lot of it's still good though, as someone who doesn't really know the character at all.
So
And
wait, you thought he wasn't powerful enough, or was?
I thought he was powerful enough. I just feel like, I wonder.
There could be
I'm
more.
not sure. Yeah, there could be more. I think he could probably be like tearing people's arms off and all this. And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm not sure how he was in the books and why he didn't do that to Boba and stuff, but I still liked it. I didn't really have a problem with that. While watching the
My
episode
theory
or
for that
anything.
is he grabbed Boba. I think if those modders hadn't showed up, Boba would be dead. He was breaking Boba's back. I mean, do we agree on that, fellas?
Yep.
Yeah, he was fucking up.
Fela.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't have a huge problem with the bikers. I think it was a little bit like showing Boba be a little bit too much of a pushover, but maybe that's the point. Maybe in episode 3 it all makes sense and it'll be earned, you know what I mean? Where it's like, you see him, this whole season, he's kind of been letting people walk all over him and do all this, but now he's going to really be like, hey, I was doing this because I wanted to give you guys a chance. But now I realize, little bitches, and he just fucks up everybody. That'd be cool to see that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I want to see this lead to somewhere. But I do think for what it is, it's fine. It did a good job. The story is pretty good. And I really enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed it more than episode 1, but not as much as 2. That's like, I'd put in between for me.
Yeah, I think at that time I still enjoyed that episode more. And then we got to episode 4, which was a banger to me.
Oh,
There
yeah.
there was so much that happened in that. But real quick, one of the things we saw in episode 3 was the chase. Remember?
Oh, yeah. There's
A lot of people said that seemed stupid, but I felt like it was like a homage to certain old things, and it was I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Gordon quit.
I feel like it wasn't amazing, but I thought it was a kind of like a fun little thing. We're quitting?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was a fun little chase. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't like the best chase I've ever seen, but like, got the job done. It was a little fun little chase with them running around. It was cool. It would have been maybe a little bit cooler if we got to see Boba Fett with his jetpack and like firing rockets or whatever, but maybe they're saving all that for the finale, which I respect, To have a great finale where it's like the whole season he's kind of like letting things go and he's gonna let shit, go fucking fire in the finale.
Which I think
How
they
I
probably will.
perceived that chase sequence is he was just demonstrating the capabilities of his enforcers.
Or maybe he was
That
just
too.
trying to test them.
Yeah.
Because he
Exactly.
flew right, as soon as the thing stopped, he flew right over to him.
Right.
So, I didn't mind that. But, so yeah, that was interesting. And to find out the mayor, working with the Pikes, that's kind of cool. And then that leads us into, episode 4, which was literally like a big one for me, and yet for some reason I can't remember what happens in episode 4. Can y'all remind me, give me a heads up?
Well, I think everything with Boba Fett and Fennec
Oh, I remember. They
and
show
the
the
legal
last bit of
flashbacks.
flashbacks, don't they?
Yeah, it was when then
Yeah,
that's when
which
that's when
were
the droid says your
awesome.
back healing is done or whatever.
Yeah, and I bet a lot of people clapped. Because people were tired.
It was a little bit much, but I get what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I, so we saw a lot of cool stuff in episode 3, but episode 4 really redeemed a lot of episode 3, because I know a lot of people, the chase and then the biker game kind of had people on the rocks with episode 3. We all can agree, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of
Yeah, but episode 4 kind of redeemed it. There was so much that happened. We had the ending flashbacks, which kind of showed what happened after all the Tuskens, showed Boba Fett go and get his ship, and Fennec deciding to stay with him. And he gets his ship, and he
Yeah.
goes after the gang, not the biker gang. Well, the biker gang, but not the PMS gang. And he fucks them up with Slave One.
Yeah.
It's Slave One, by the way. It's Slave One. I don't care. But
You can sue us later, Disney. That's the name, and it always will be.
exactly, George Lucas
Unless
approves.
it's changed in lore.
No, not even if it's changed in lore, because they have control of the lore right now. I don't give a fuck. It's like them changing it to Rain was the chosen one. No,
But she was.
no, she wasn't. Leave me alone.
What are you talking about? Did you not watch the
She
movie?
was. Yeah,
She was-
not-
What
She
movie?
was just
I watched episode 1 through 6.
yeah. And what other ones are there? I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, I remember Solo and Rogue One and Mando. Oh man,
Oh,
Mando
yeah,
is like the
yeah.
best sequels. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I remember this Lego Star Wars holiday special with a new
No,
character they
no,
showed
no,
for time,
oh my-
Ray. That
Yeah,
was
are you
good.
guys so hyped for the new sequels, the Skywalker saga? It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah,
The
man.
new sequels.
Can you
That's why-
imagine? I wonder if they would actually made the sequels live action, if they would have been decent.
Can't believe they only had to use Legos.
Yeah.
Well, Lego Star Wars is the best Star Wars, and I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but I
probably
enjoyed
will.
You're not entirely wrong.
I'm right.
I mean, I've only been
I'm
around
right.
with Lego Star Wars since the very beginning.
Yeah. In the very beginning when you decided to change your accent, which was a very stupid decision. Anyway, so. Sorry. Was that too hard? You okay?
Yeah.
You want the bottle?
You little racist prick.
Oh, okay. Don't insult me by trying to speak my language.
My language. You mean your
I'm
accent?
I'm Irish. Leave me alone.
That's your language.
That is.
Irish isn't a language.
Well,
It is
it is now. Carlos knows me so well.
I'm pretty sure it's more racist to call an accent a different language than it is to call what it actually is an accent.
Leave me alone. Okay. Anyway,
Leave me
moving
alone.
on before I get canceled.
Yeah, let's
So, let's see. We had him going back to the Zorlok pit. Another controversial thing. A lot of people were like,
Zorlok pit.
Okay, Carlos
Sarlacc.
is now taking over the entire stream.
So
I'm gonna sit
going
back.
to the Sarlacc pit, and
Yeah.
when he's there, the big controversy was like, why is he going back there when he didn't lose his armor there? He got out of there with his armor. The way I think of it is that he did not know because he was too disoriented after getting swallowed by a beast, and acid covered in him. So I'm guessing he was probably really like just trying to survive, going full adrenaline mode during that. And so he gets out, and so he goes back there with the ship. He's trying to go and kill, look, and using like a flashlight or something in the ship, look for his armor in there. He doesn't find it. The Sarlacc tries taking the ship in there, in trying to swallow the ship, but he gets out and he kills the Sarlacc finally, which was great. I like seeing the Sarlacc, finally get murdered after all these years of fans being mad at the Sarlacc for killing our beloved Boba Fett. So yeah, back to you, Pepsi. Or not?
Well, cause this is our channel now.
It's our,
So,
it's our,
you
it's
can do
our
whatever you want.
stream.
We don't even have to talk about. We don't even have to talk about Star Wars anymore if you want.
Yeah, but yeah. Then I think Then after that, do we see him with Fennec? Fennec wanted to stay with him and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
we
this
also had
is,
the whole.
we must keep in mind that this is prior to him showing up in Mando.
Season 2. Yeah.
Well, he had already shown up at that point, but
Yeah,
he
you can see
hadn't
his
made
shoes.
himself known as Boba. We just saw him as the
Yeah.
stranger.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool seeing him go back to Jabba's palace and try and get back his ship. It really showed him being a badass. That's what this episode really did for me. It really showed Boba being a badass, and it kind of made me feel like, okay, I think they're intentionally making him this way in the present and making him not, super badass like he used to be because they wanted to try and tell it for the story, But I like seeing him be really badass in the episode and kind of go back to the way he used to be, where it's just like he just destroying people, destroying shit, getting the ship back and all that. I thought it was a little dumb how he's telling that one droid, like, you know who I am? I am Boba Fett. And it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? But I think that was probably there for just some comedic relief, which is nice.
Yeah, I
Didn't
agree.
take away from me too much. Yeah,
So
well,
we're gonna
I enjoyed
rename the
episode.
channel now.
Huh?
Carlos
Now
with
then,
attitude.
Yeah, cross that too.
Oh well, Carlos, not Mr. M with attitude. Hell no. Carlos
Yeah.
stepped up to the plate.
No, man.
Yes, this is Carlos's channel. So, do we really want Pepsi here?
I mean, I don't know. Let's kick him out of the stream. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do
Great
that.
decision. Great decision.
It's a great decision. I want to
So
see.
this is how democracy falls. With a round of
This is
applause.
how liberty
A
dies.
fun-
With
he-
thunderous
Liberty
applause.
dies.
Thank you, Carlos can actually fucking quote appropriate. Carlos,
Fuck you, at least I've been here, you piece of fucking shit fucker.
you wait. No, just shut up. Leave me alone. I've been here. I was just,
Yeah,
you know, being polite.
Ass.
You're
Well,
smelling ass.
Oh yeah. Ow. I blew up again. So, now we get back to the real shit. So, we go to the pit, and one of the cool things was him releasing that charge. That beautiful sound. Oh, man. I loved that. What do you guys think of that?
The sound goes like badong, right?
Yes.
The seismic charge?
Yes, yes, Austin. It's the
Yeah, get my
seismic
name
charge.
right, bitch.
Yeah. That was all really cool. I really enjoyed him just getting revenge on that Sarlacc. I don't remember that super well. This is just the seismic charge. I remember him shooting down the fucking people. Just shooting down the fucking guy. Oh wait, yeah, I remember Fennec. She has to like get off her seatbelt and like reach up on the button and shit. It drops it down.
Yeah.
It's trying to eat him. Yeah.
I loved it. It was a cool. It was a cool way to kill it.
Yeah.
What else happened in the episode? There's a lot of stuff that.
We also see. You want me to continue?
Huh?
Do you want me to continue?
Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
No.
Oh yeah, we
Shut up.
also see Boba Fett recruiting Black Chrysanthemum at the that one bar.
Yeah,
was
oh
cool.
yeah, and he tears off the guy's arm! That was
Oh yeah,
cool.
he has a big ass fight. Yeah, that was cool.
It was also cool to see more of that species as well. Because we
Which
haven't
species was it
seen...
again? That he...
Same species as Bosk.
Yeah, basically. I'm trying to
Oh.
think of the name.
The Transdotion or something?
Yeah, Transdotion.
I think, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, overall, I think that episode was really great.
Oh yeah, speaking of seismic charge, baby, guess what?
You Boba Fett?
Yeah!
Oh, I just saw you
baby!
do it. That was so badass. How's it doing, Boba? It's
Yeah!
me. It's me.
Dies
number
2 seconds
27.
later.
It's 2
Yeah.
seconds later. Yeah, Boba Fett, badass of the universe.
I'm
It's like
literally
in the
about to
movie.
die already. Probably. Ooh, the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, we won. No, we didn't.
No,
Have
we
we
didn't.
won once?
No.
Well, the good guys won. And I don't know about
No,
you
see,
guys,
that's
but I
why-
was a double agent, so.
No,
I
see,
won,
the reason,
yeah.
you wanna know why
Canon.
you wanna know why we always lose in Battlefront every time we play it?
Level 400 Anakin Skywalker players.
No, it's because we're the bad guys.
Yeah.
We're the Suicide Squad.
Are we some kind of Suicide Squad?
So, yeah, episode 4 was redeeming. And then they made a turn. They made a big turn. Because then we get to Mando Season 3, Episode 1. And,
Season 3 prologue, you mean?
the prologue. Somehow
Season
Mando
Season 3
came
final
back.
chapter prologue.
Somehow Mando has returned.
Yeah. That was cool, seeing Mando again and the way they did it. The whole episode had Mando. There was no Boba, except unless you count the recap, which I never do. Fennec was in there, but there was so much that happened in this episode, and there's so much to digest. The thing was, at the end of
Can
the
we
last
just
episode,
talk about the BD-1 unit right at the beginning?
Oh yeah, well not BD1, but the BD droid.
Yeah,
it was
the
BD.
unit.
It wasn't BD1. It was just BD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a BD unit, but it wasn't BD1.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I was going to say, though, because one of the big things that I was telling Austin, he didn't hear it at first because of the way his TV is, but at the end of episode 4, whenever Boba and Fennec are talking, they're like, we're going to need some muscle.
Yeah,
And
you
you hear,
music.
yeah, and I'm just like, brother. That was awesome. And then at the very beginning of that episode, that next episode, you hear it again.
Oh, and then you see him go in there, and he's like, "I can take you in cold, or I can take you in more." Or I can take
And
you in warm, or I can
yeah,
take
and
you
he
in cold."
uses the dark saber, and even though he can't lift it like his
cuts himself
dick,
with
he
it.
still cuts
He's a
everybody.
badass.
Yeah.
God,
What did everybody
he's so
think about
cool.
that?
That was awesome. I love
That
seeing him
was
use the dark
sick.
saber and struggling.
So anyway, that's the Boba Fett series so far. And
Now we're on Mando prologue.
yeah.
Yeah, now we're on the Mando Season 3 prologue episodes.
Yeah, it was cool. I can bring in warm or cold. He kills the guy. He shows off his dark saber. Then he goes down there, and we find out. We see the flashback of the night of 1,000 tears. That was
is
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
You know, got to see Darth Maul and Ahsoka fight. It was really cool. I loved it.
Yeah,
Fuck.
of course.
You mean fuck?
I mean, fuck, that's what you want, right, Pepsi?
I mean,
Would have been nice.
I saw
mean,
one. All I'm gonna say is I've seen one adult film with Ahsoka and Cad Bane. I don't know if there were.
Fuck.
I don't know. I don't know if there was consent, but
Yo,
anyway.
fuck.
So anyway, Moving on from the hub and back to the Star Wars. Um, we see him struggling on whether or not he's going to be able to figure out how's the Darksaber going to work. And it's very interesting because they say that the Darksaber, what was exactly they said?
Who gets to use it is gets to rule Mandalore.
Whoever
The Darksaber is he's fighting the Darksaber. He's fighting the blade.
Yeah, he's fighting the blade and all that stuff, and he needs to, let go and use the Force and all that good stuff. Blow it up. Oh man. So anyway, he ends up getting a challenge from. It's not Terra Vizsla. Yeah. Yeah, Paz Vizsla. That was a cool fight. And at some point, they also mentioned the whole thing with. They mentioned the first, or way back when there was a Mandalorian Jedi. That was so cool that they finally canonized that, like, completely. Like, it was said in a live action. I was so happy. Oh, shit, there's Boba. That was really cool. And the fight was pretty good, too. Problem is, after the fight, they're asked, have you ever removed your helmet? And he's honest. He says yes. And they're like, well, this is not the way. You have to go to the mines. That's going to be interesting. I think that's where we're going to pick up in Season 3 with him. In Season 3, he's going to go to Mandalore, and we're finally going to see what Mandalore looks like. Maybe we'll get a flashback of what Mandalore looked like before it got destroyed, and then they'll show it currently. Action. Yeah, that'd be so damn cool.
Or some sort of flashback with for Bo-Katan or something.
Bo-Katan's going to be in the show again. We all know that.
See some flashback of her point of view of something going on, and before Mandalore got destroyed or something. You see what happened after she got this Darksaber from Sabine Wren in Rebels. Spoiler, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, which they also fixed that plot hole that everyone was bitching about after Mando Season 2.
How she lose the thing.
Yeah. It's like, well, she gave it to Sabine, so that's one of the big problems. She wasn't the rightful ruler.
Yeah, she didn't win it in combat. She just got it handed to her.
No. But if you want to get technical, isn't Palpatine the ruler of Mandalore? Actually, isn't Luke the ruler of Mandalore?
Isn't fucking, what's it called? Isn't Darth Maul the ruler of Mandalore? Isn't Ezra just take the Darksaber from him?
Did he? Oh shit!
Sure. Yeah, that's what happened. Ezra didn't win a fight; she just took it from him.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
I'm pretty sure Ezra takes it from Darth Maul and then gives it to Sabine, and then Sabine fights with it and does win.
Yeah.
I think she actually does. I think actually Sabine does win it. Doesn't she fight Gar Saxon or something, and he has a Darksaber? Either way, it's won in combat.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing. And I don't think it's like some lineage of who won it. I think it's just someone has it in possession now. You beat them, it's yours. You deserve it because you.
Hold up, I have to turn off my mic because there's copyrighted stuff in the background. Sorry.
Yeah, but it was really cool seeing the Darksaber with Mando and everything, and seeing his sort of, what is it called? His sort of little outfit of Mandalorians, and like they only have 2 of them left.
All right, I apologize. I'm back.
So that was really cool, and like the little hideout they had and everything.
Yeah. Oh shit. I love this game. I don't care what other people say.
It's gonna be fantastic. I'm having so much fun.
Even though I'm getting killed and barely paying attention. Carlos, you're fucking at the top. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I took out Fenn, I think. FN. That's Fenn, right?
effing, I don't know.
Did we
We just
win?
beat any clone
Fuck,
trooper now and
man.
got defeated.
Like I said, we're the bad guys.
But we were the good guys this time.
We were the
On the
resistance.
same damn map.
No. In general, as people, we are bad guys.
Sure.
We're bad at the game.
We the bad, as Will Smith said, you know, Deadshot. We the bad guys.
We're the bad guys.
I still like the first. I like both Suicide Squads.
The first one has some good.
How'd I do better than
Scenes.
Pepsi?
1 or 2.
That's my
Because
question.
I'm not. I know you. See, Forrest remembers how good I used to be at Starfighter Assault. Because I used to always be at the top.
Yeah.
I loved
remember
this mode.
how good I used to be too. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Are we gonna quit or are we gonna keep on going?
I was never going.
let's quit. So anyway, am I gonna be the only one like talking like right now? Come on.
I'm talking a bit.
So,
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Going.
yes, let's take a quick
Okay,
look.
I'll leave my mic unmuted. Okay.
Yeah,
Just for fun.
let's take a quick look at just the sheer enormity of the Easter eggs in episodes 5 and 6.
Well, we're on episode 5 right now, but yeah,
I know.
talk about episode 5.
I know.
I know you know. I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
So yeah, we see the lady, the armor, right? Well, after that's first we have Mando having to give the spear to the armorer because she's like, it's not a good weapon the Mandalorian should have. It shouldn't exist because it could penetrate Mandalorian armor and stuff like that. So they slow that down. They make that into armor for Foundling that Mando wants to have it, but ends for Baby Yoda, Grogu, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And so then he has a little thing, and he wants to give it to Grogu. Then you have some of the stuff with him and the Darksaber, and then she tells him he has to go to Mandalore and the mines, whatever. So then he goes and he sets off to the Tatooine, right? To go and get a new ship.
Yeah.
Who
I
else?
can pick up from there
All
if you
this
want.
crap was gonna get swiped.
He has to put all his shit in the thing, and I thought it was all gonna go away. I was like, fuck, man. So yeah, he puts all the stuff away, and then he sees a little child on the ship, and that's a little cool. And then he's looking at the little pouch he has with the armor for Baby Yoda, and I swear I almost fucking cried at that part, dude. It was the music
that
and
little
just the
Rhodian was
emotion.
adorable, wasn't
He looked fugly, but yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to be specious, but damn.
I'm trying to be species.
Greedo is my favorite species.
Greedo.
I love Greedo.
Yeah, he shot first, remember?
Name one fact about their species.
They're green.
They,
They're multicolored.
They're green!
They are called
like
the
live on like a
Rhodians.
water planet or something?
Yeah, whatever Carlos is saying.
Yeah, that's
In
good.
Clone Wars, or is that a different species? I don't remember. That the one arc in Clone Wars.
You might be thinking of the Mon Cala, the race
I know
that
Mon
Admiral
Cala, but I
Akbar.
know
You mean the
Brother.
Mon Calamari?
Yeah.
You mean calamari? My
Oh, no,
favorite
whatever.
food?
Calamari.
Taco Bell?
I'm playing as Cad Bane. I'm a
playing as
Duros.
Cal.
What do you mean? Where are
Best
you?
chosen
I'm a
one.
Duros.
Okay, so back to it. He's on Tatooine. He's doing all this stuff. And he ends up going to that one lady. God, what's her name again?
I have no clue. The lady who owns that one spaceport, that one hangar.
Palomonte or Monte
Ripley. A lot
something?
of people call her Ripley.
Ripley.
Yeah, I don't know why. I guess her hair. But,
Maybe.
okay.
Let's call her BD lady. Let's just call her BD lady.
BD lady, droid lady. She has a whole bunch of droids.
Yeah, droid lady.
Hold on. Oh, I'm about to sabotage!
Or we can call her the person that fucked the Jawa. Jawa fucker.
The Jawa fucker.
Jawa lover.
Oh my
They're
god.
hairy.
Well, they're furry. Like, that was a little weird. I'm sorry, that, like,
think
I
her
want
name's
to
like
decanalize that.
Pelimato or something.
No,
It
no,
was funny. It was funny.
I want a canon scene where one day
Bestiality.
Mando goes there to work on his ship and she's not there, so like he knocks on the door and there she is just having sex with the Jawa. I want that as a canon scene.
Cannon scene.
That is
Shut
what we
the
need in
fuck
Star
up,
Wars.
Austin. Don't.
That'll
Kathleen
save the
Kennedy,
sequels.
No.
Yeah,
Don't give Kathleen Kennedy any more ideas, okay? Come on, dude. We already had Ray. Good, man.
Well, Ray was a good
That was
idea.
Ray's parents. That was Ray's parents.
Oh
I just
my
fixed the
God.
sequels. I just fixed the sequels.
You did! I liked it better when she was
That's why it
nobody.
the
She's
chosen
nothing.
one.
Nothing.
Okay, so I'm pretty
No.
sure doesn't
No, it makes it better.
promise Din Djarin that she has a ship that is like another replacement for the Razor Crest, and then it's a Nabooian starfighter, which was fucking awesome. Just let me say up front, so cool seeing that in like a
Oh,
TV
that
show.
was, even though there are a few people
But-
that have been like, is that Anakin, Starfighter?
But,
I mean,
but
no.
Mando's all like, what the fuck is this? I wanted a ship that I can use like for bounty hunting and stuff like something that's like a Razor Crest. And she's like, well, works. It's a fast ship. It's really good. And convinces him later on to take on the ship. After they have a fucking building montage, that shit was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was definitely. Whew. And what was even better?
What?
Beggar's Canyon.
Oh yeah, he goes on the test flight.
Yeah,
was
same
awesome.
place where the
Okay,
pod
so
racing
for
happened.
everyone that has been around watching Star Wars, at least since the 90s, should
Yes,
remember in
brother.
episode 1, the pod racing
Yep.
sequence. So that specific spot that Din goes through in the test flight is that exact same canyon that they go through in episode 1 for the pod race.
That was a cool
Nearly
callback.
shot for shot. Nearly shot for shot, and when he crosses on to where the track was, I freaked out, bro. It was like,
Yeah, they even go
was
by one of
crazy.
the place where Anakin ended up going up, the Tusken Raider spot where they shot at him.
Oh really? That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, man, I farted. No one heard that, right?
no one
Okay.
cares.
Yeah.
We
Well,
need to
that would have
know
been
we did
embarrassing. That would have been embarrassing for y'all to hear.
Embarrassing. Fucking says the guy guys I farted. You hear it? Okay, never mind. You guys didn't hear it. I just didn't do it. Alright, guys. I was making sure you guys weren't hearing
Oh,
sounds.
fuck.
You know, it was actually Charlie.
Oh, remember when Grievous showed up on Starkiller Base?
Oh, yeah.
That was my
Thanks,
favorite
Kathleen
scene.
Kennedy.
That was my favorite deleted scene. He just came back somehow.
Somehow Grievous has returned.
Every time something happens in Star Wars that doesn't make sense, I'm just gonna be like, he came back somehow. Yeah, I loved all that. I loved seeing the Republic Rangers, even though their series has been canceled. It was cool
it
seeing them.
has.
Well, yeah, it's no longer even a project because Gina Carano was gonna be a part of it. And, man, I really wish she could still. She was such a cool character. So
Yeah.
it's disappointing. I feel so bad that all that happened with her. But moving on, maybe we'll still get it with a different person. You never know.
Maybe a little bit of in some other series.
Maybe
See
she'll
more
come
of the
back somehow.
Public. Somehow
So.
Gina Carano has returned.
I hate to
Somehow.
be this kind of guy, but my parents want me to go upstairs and eat supper, so I will be back soon. I'll just mute myself, that's fine.
Yeah. We're parents. I gotta get me some of those.
Honestly,
Fuck.
same.
Same.
Anyway, okay, so he'll be back. So, yeah, he goes back down there. We see the Greedo kid again. Maybe that's Greedo, but in the future. I don't know. Reborn.
Greedo in the past, and the present, future, past. Days of Future Past.
Yeah. X-Man. So
Yeah,
anyway,
so we see Greedo. Then we
see-
see him go back to the hangar, and he's like, "That was Wizard."
that was cool to hear that
That's
again.
cool.
Because that's a
Who said that
callback to
originally?
Phantom Menace. Anakin's friend.
Oh
Friend.
yeah, that one fucking stupid little kid.
Wow.
Wow, that's my favorite character when I was growing up, dude. I looked up to that guy.
Yeah, sounds like it. But that was a nice callback to that. And then we see Fennec get down and basically say, "Hey, can you help us? You know, we're gonna need your help." And he's like, "I'll do it on the house." That was cool.
Yeah, that was really, and that
I'm
was
trying
really
to
the end of
remember.
that episode. And I'm like, damn, that's hype.
Is that really how it ended, though? I can't remember. No, he said,
is
"I
how
have
it
to go
ends.
see my little friend
Oh
first."
yeah, yes. First, I gotta see someone.
So that entire episode didn't have Boba, but it might have been my favorite right there. And
Yeah,
the
it was
reason
really good.
some people didn't like it because it's like, this is supposed to be Boba. They've done this with Arrowverse and so many other shows. It's just a way to connect. Because here's a news flash for anyone watching this. There's a thing being built called the Mandoverse, just like Arrowverse. And it's going to connect the shows Ahsoka, Mando, Boba, and 2 or 3 others that haven't even come out. They're all going to have an overarching story that are going to end in one final story years from now. So they're building towards that. So yeah,
When are they
Mando's
talking
going to
about
show
this?
up. Kathleen Kennedy talked about it whenever remember whenever we found out a little bit more about Kenobi at the last, not E3.
G23.
When as a matter of fact, it was whenever they told us about Republic, Rangers of the Republic, and all that got announced, and they were talking about Book of Boba.
Disney Plus Day.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they
That's
talked
cool.
about and they were talking about it then. So I don't mind if there's one episode. Now, if there's 7 episodes. If there would have been 2 episodes straight with just Mando, I would have been pissed.
yeah.
But episode 6 wasn't
Episode
like
6
that.
changes things up a little bit.
But yeah, so it's not really the Mando show. It's the Skywalker and
Man.
Grogu show.
Hoover show. Yeah, that episode was so cool with seeing Luke again and everything. But yeah, so we see Mando going over to the planet, right? We see him land there and everything, and then he first meets R2, right?
Yeah.
And then R2 brings him over to what's it called? Brings him over to where Luke is building the Jedi Temple, and he's having a bunch of little droids build it for him.
Mhm.
Then we see him actually. Well, yeah. Then we see them make the little bench for him to lay on, and he's like, "How am I have to wait here for?"
And that's
And
when
it's
they
like-
show Grogu first and then Luke. And let me tell you something. I was worried how Luke was going to look because let's be honest, Luke and Mando, he looked great at
Yeah.
first, but over time he doesn't look great anymore, but he doesn't look bad. He looks okay. He was there for a short period.
He was
Now,
good. He was
though-
good for a short.
Now he looks we got
Amazing.
defeated again. Oh no. Well,
Dude,
this is
no.
canon. This happens. So
I
we just did our
wish.
part. We were the extras in the film.
You're the action in the film.
It would have been cool if it would have showed more planets getting destroyed. A lot of people think that when that happened in the film, Coruscant got destroyed. That's not what happened. Even though, and I found this out recently, this is a side note, but apparently, not Ryan Johnson, not that director. Who was the other one?
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams doesn't really like the sequels, and he was trying so hard to get Coruscant destroyed. And originally I thought one of those planets was Coruscant, but it was like something Prime. Because they moved the
Raxus
Senate.
Prime.
Yeah, and I understand that because... not Raxus. It was something else. But the point is...
Force Unleashed.
Yeah, I know. It was another planet called
Okay,
Prime
yeah.
something. Anyway, so...
Yavin Prime.
No, shut up. Go
Come
away.
on, bitch. No, I'm kidding.
My point is that he was that was supposed to be the planet destroyed, but it kind of makes sense that it wasn't Coruscant that they rebuilt the Senate on. That's one of the things I like about. I would have liked to see Coruscant again, but if you think about it, after everything that happened on Coruscant, at episode 3, we have a chancellor that stays in term long after his term has expired. We have this big ass ship that just crashes in to fucking town and destroys shit. Let's not forget about that. That happens at the beginning of the movie. The Jedi Temple gets destroyed. The Chancellor's kidnapped, and then he gets almost assassinated, and the Jedi, and they get martial law and this and that. The Jedi name was smudged. If Luke would have showed up on Coruscant, it would have been okay, but if he would have tried to rebuild the Senate and the Jedi Temple right after that, it would have been a little difficult. I think we can all agree with that, because the Jedi's name was a little bit smudged then. Wouldn't y'all agree?
I'd say more than just a little.
Yeah, and eventually I believe he does in the books and in the comics, but once again, in Fate of the Jedi, he literally gets thrown out. They're hunting him down. He is hated, A lot like Leia is at first in the Senate whenever they find out that her father was Darth Vader, which I loved reading about that. That was amazing. But anyway, going back to, the Grogu and Skywalker show, we see Luke, and he looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. Grogu lifts up one frog because he likes eating frogs, don't judge. And then Luke just goes like, bruh, watch this.
Bruh, focus, dude.
And he lifts up all the frogs himself. And then he takes Grogu and literally force hops him. Come on. Oh, and I'm going to tell you a story. A long time in a galaxy far, far away, my friend, Master Yoda, he starts fucking talking about Master Yoda. And, let me tell you something. I was going nuts.
That shit was so
I loved it.
Fucking good.
That was awesome. But he's telling him about it.
So great.
And then he's telling him about it and this and that. And they're continuing everything. And then we get back to Mando, and who the fuck's there? Ahsoka. So it's like, oh shit. Okay, so Boba's no longer in the show. He got canceled, so we're just moving into a new story. Anyway, if that was a way to cancel if there was a way to cancel someone in Star Wars, that's a way to do it, because I was already focused on them. I'm not even gonna lie. But she talks to Mando and explains that it would just be way too hard for Grogu to see you right now. He needs to focus on his training, because Grogu is really just unfocused right now, Yeah. So, we've been streaming an hour. Sweet, baby. So anyway, where was I? I forgot. Why are y'all so quiet?
I don't know. So after that, what happens? So you just see more of Luke and Grogu doing their own thing.
No, now I know where I was at. No, I'm sorry. I farted and lost track. So anyway, so y'all heard it that time. Anyway, moving on. I don't know why y'all keep bringing it up. Shit, I forgot where I was at again. Okay, yeah, so she's telling him it's gonna be too hard and this and that. He wants to give him the armor and stuff, so he ends up giving it to her and hopes she gives it to him and all that stuff. And, oh my god. Okay, so anyway. So he leaves, and we see Grogu holding out his little hand, and I almost cried at that part. What about y'all?
What part was it?
Wow. It was the part Grogu laughed. Or not Grogu. Oh, shit.
Mando
laughed, and Grogu was like...
Grogu senses it's like him and stuff.
Yeah, and he holds out his hand.
Yeah. That was kind of emotional. I didn't cry, but I was like, damn, dude.
Well, I didn't cry either. I said I almost
Kidding
did.
me.
I teared up almost, is what I meant. Anyway, um, then we got back to Luke training him. He talks with Ahsoka. It's a good talk. They're discussing what to do about Grogu, all that stuff. Cancel. I don't know who the fuck started that. Everyone leave.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but
anyway, um, she says there's so much of your father in you, and she ends up going off to do her own thing. I hope we get a flashback in Ahsoka showing
yeah, I
her and
hope we
Luke
get.
meet. I want to see them discuss the father. I want to see them meet.
Yeah,
That's
I want to
something
see
that we
just her
need.
reaction to Luke
Yeah.
and what she's making and everything. But yeah, that's
Like,
really
oh my
cool. Did
god,
did
you're
we did we
Sky
also
Guy's
skip over
son.
some of the training stuff? Was like I thought it was really
No,
cool
that
seeing all the training stuff.
that happens right afterwards.
Does it?
Or maybe it doesn't. Okay, go ahead. Talk about the training stuff. I trust
Yeah,
you.
but training stuff was really cool seeing him just kind of pick up Grogu and like like you said he was running around and stuff. But then also he puts him on his back like he did with Yoda, and that was really cool. Seeing him like running around and just jumping around with him in his back. As well as when he goes up on top of that tree, and you see the huge skyline, and he's talking about the Force and all that. That was one of the best scenes, and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking Star Wars. Like it was just fucking fantastic seeing Luke in that way again. I really enjoyed that. Just that like specific no moment.
Fun
Yeah.
fact, interestingly enough, those whole sequences in the most recent episode with Luke were not portrayed by Mark Hamill.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that was
Mark
something that I
Hamill was
heard.
there, for the voice and everything, but
Didn't they digitally do his voice or something? I heard about that too. I wasn't
They
exactly
did.
sure.
They used an AI to craft his lines. They used complex amount, a crazy amount of archive footage, deleted footage, interviews from, that time period when his voice was like that, and they were able to make new lines out of old interviews, old dialogue, everything.
then I'm pissed.
Yeah, that is a
If
little
they're not
bit.
gonna if they're not gonna have him come back and do the voice, and there's no part of Mark Hamill, then they should just move on and use Sebastian Stan. I mean, he's gotten the stamp of approval from everyone. It's time. If we're not gonna get like Mark Hamill come back in any way, let's move on to Stan then.
I
That
want to
pisses
see
me
Mark
off.
Hamill come back. That's a little annoying, but I don't want to see Stan. I'm sorry. I don't. I know a lot of people really want it. I just don't really see him as Luke. I don't know. He's never played a role to me that's like that, and just the way his voice sounds and everything. I like what they did really well in this episode, where it was just like they sort of made his face digital and they all that. I would have rather had it actually been his voice, but it still sounded good. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I do wish that we would have gotten more Camill's actual voice. But yeah. So we're gonna move on talking about what's it called? Whenever Mando gets back to Tatooine and stuff.
We already talked about the training and everything.
I think so. Or is there anything else with that?
I mean, I thought it was cool. I watched a few reactions where people were like, "Luke's mean. He let him get blasted." Bruh, get the fuck over it.
It's a
Bruh.
little mean, but also I mean it's just Jedi training.
Exactly. Get the fuck over it. If he wasn't cute and it was Yoda that got blasted, you wouldn't be thinking Luke was mean.
Okay,
Can
Grogu
we
is
just
okay.
50 years
touch
old.
on for a moment how Ahsoka just appears out of nowhere?
Oh yeah, earlier.
Yeah.
It's out of the forest. But yeah, I thought it was a cool little sequence and everything seeing Luke. I really loved that. Some of the best Star Wars we've gotten in a long time.
Yeah. I liked seeing Boba though finally in this episode again. That was good.
Yeah, he made a small little cameo on his own show.
Yeah. Tell me
One little
about that,
scene.
Carlos.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing Mando go back. He's there. He just kind of shows up and does a little head nod and all that. That was really cool seeing that. They're all talking about. I think they're talking about their plan, aren't they? Like what they're gonna do with the pikes and all that. I
Yeah.
don't remember a whole lot of what they were saying, but I remember they were like, "We need more muscle. We need more foot soldiers," you know. And so Mando's like, "Oh, I think you have an idea." And so then he heads over with the ship to Mos Pelgo, which is now renamed to Freetown, right? Um, so
Oh
and
yeah, my favorite part of the episode.
when he first drops down there, we have this new deputy, and he's all there, and he's just like, "Hey, we can't park here. What are you doing here?" And then Mando's like, what are you fucking talking about? Like he's like, "You not know who I am? You're new here." He's like, "Yeah, it doesn't matter." And then of course then the marshal comes, and he's like, "Yeah, just let him stay here. You know, I know this guy." Um, then they go and talk into the bar. We learn that the town is now called Freetown, of course, from the bartender. And then pretty much Mando's just trying to convince him and all that stuff to bring some people there, but then the marshal's not really sure about that. You know, it's like people kind of just like doing their own thing. They kind of want to stay out of it. Mando's like, "Dude, this will eventually become your problem. You know, this isn't just one little thing. This is a planet-wide situation." Um, then after that, I'm pretty sure Mando leaves. And as he leaves, or after he leaves, we see someone, a little figure, a little silhouette, really far, you know,
In the
far
distance.
away in the vistas of Tatooine. And you know
Yeah.
who that was, Pepsi?
It was John Wayne, right?
It was John Wayne, yeah.
I thought it
No,
was
it's
Clint Eastwood.
I knew
Yeah.
the second I saw him, I was like, I was like, "Oh shit, is that who I'm thinking?" Oh, and then he sort of come closer. I'm like, I think I saw a little space. I think I see some blue there, and I'm like, "That's fucking Cad Bane. You're fucking with me, dude." That was so fucking cool seeing him. We see him, and like the voice is spot on. The way he looks is like, it makes a lot more. It makes a lot of sense for it being, the live action transition for him. He's
Yeah.
older, of course, all this. And then when we see his eyes a little bit after that, it's like, oh my god. And so he's telling the marshal, he's all like, like, stay out of this, and, know what's good for you. And he's like, Boba Fett is a cold-blooded killer who works for the Empire. And
Who
all this,
worked? Yeah.
who works for the Empire. And it's so fucking cool. The marshal the whole time is like, who are you? What's your name? I didn't get your name, friend. So the deputy's coming out there, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And the marshal's just like, "Get the fuck out of here!" He's like, "You're fucking up my thing." And what was it? After that, but like Cad Bane's just like,
Can we
"Well," he's
just
like, "You should have kept your
appreciate?
armor."
Yeah. Yeah, can we just appreciate how the deputy goes down in a blaze of glory?
Oh damn, yeah, like,
He is fucked up. I think the marshal's still alive though.
yeah, I think that too. Well, so Cad Bane, he's just like, "You should have kept your armor," and then there's this big standoff, and the Martian keeps getting distracted by the fucking deputy, this fucking bitch. I'm like, dude, like, let the Martian do his thing. He's just like, he's really eager to, to be in this little Mexican standoff. It was really cool, by the way.
Let's
And of
not be
course,
racist.
Bruh.
Pretty good.
So then we see Cad Bane shoots first, it's not Han who shoots first, it's Cad Bane. Cad Bane shoots first, he shoots the marshal, then he gets the fucking deputy fucking like 3 times. Just fucking fires in him, unloads at him. And then he does like one last warning. I'm pretty sure it's something like, stay out of this, and we know what's good for you, or something like that. Like, don't mess with the pikes for as long as the spice runs up Tatooine. And then he just fucking leaves, walks out of the distance, and is gone. It's so fucking badass. So cool. I love that. And then I think after that, we go back to Luke and Grogu, don't we?
Yeah,
Yes.
to end the episode. Luke takes him, that we're finally in the hut. The temple is finished.
Yeah.
Not everyone jump up and talk about it at once.
Do you want me to talk about it?
Yes,
Can
I'm
we
been
just
kind of having
say-
to
Okay, so
Can
then
we just
wait,
talk about the suspense there for a minute? Right there at the end, it's like,
oh yeah, like
what's
so
going on in here?
after
What's
this
going
choice.
on in here?
So yeah, we see Luke and we see Grogu and Luke I think is saying, you know, here's something that your friend the Mandalorian wanted to give to you, and he puts down the thing and you see it's the chainmail armor and it's like, you know, damn, you know,
That's
okay,
cool.
that'd be really cool.
Reminded me of Lord of the
Grogu
Rings.
has that. So then, but then I'm pretty sure Luke says something along the lines of, "You have a choice, though." And then he brings over this lightsaber, and he's like, "This is a lightsaber that used to belong to my old master, Yoda." And it was so fucking cool seeing that he ignites the lightsaber. It's the short little lightsaber that Yoda has, and that's fucking awesome. And then Luke presents Grogu with this dilemma, which is like, do you want to either take this armor, and you can go back with the Mandalorian and all that, or if you take this lightsaber, you'll be going with the Jedi, and might not never see your friend the Mandalorian ever again, because a lifetime for someone else is a short time for you.
I
And was
cried
damn,
there. I
that was
did.
fucking emotional. And you see Grogu look back and forth at each item for one time, and then staring at Luke, and the episode goes to black. And that's the end. And I was like, oh my god. That episode was just so fucking good to me. That was some of the best stars we've got. Those last two episodes, 5 and 6, were just perfect. Just so fucking good.
Yeah.
Everything with Luke and Mando was just so great.
So there's one thing I want to talk about. A lot of people are saying they fucked up the canon because in the comics, after the purge, they take a bunch of lightsabers and they throw them in this pod, and they blow it up in front of everybody outside of somewhere. It's on Coruscant. But they're making a statement and talking propaganda. One of the lightsabers they throw in there was Yoda's. A lot of people say, well, this doesn't make sense. How does Luke have his lightsaber? There's many ways. The obvious one being maybe Yoda made a second one. Or maybe it just didn't get destroyed. Or maybe since it was propaganda, it wasn't Yoda's actual one. I mean, you got to realize the Emperor could have easily created one and just threw it in there as a prop. Or maybe it was one that looked just like his man. You know?
Well, you said it was Legends. It could have just been.
No, it wasn't Legends. It wasn't
Oh, it
Legends.
wasn't Legends.
No.
It was canon.
It
We
was
also
canon,
have
but
to
now it's not
consider-
canon. So
No, it's not even that it's not canon. We also have to consider how many lightsabers did we see Obi-Wan and Anakin go through? Several in their time.
Yeah.
You know, before the fall of the Republic. So you'd figure Yoda with a
Yeah.
lifespan of over 800 years would have more than enough time to build a handful of different lightsabers.
Well, do they explicitly say in the book that it is Yoda's lightsaber, or is it just a lightsaber that looks like Yoda?
yes, they say it's Yoda's.
Yes.
It could just be propaganda then, or it might just not have gotten destroyed. Because also the way I see it in the movie is that, like, does Yoda ever really use his lightsaber? Does it fall down while he's fighting Palpatine?
Yes. You see it fall down the shaft in the Senate chamber. And
I don't
it's
know, maybe
shown,
Luke-
it's shown that, what's that guy's name? The big blue dude with the head prongs that sort of look like Ahsoka's.
I'll be back. I'm
is
gonna
not.
look for that comic real quick. Y'all keep talking.
What is the name of that dude?
I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, I think I know the person who was Palpatine's right-hand man, in the
Yeah.
Senate.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have no clue. What was he doing though? I don't know what his name is.
But he was the one that supposedly found Yoda's lightsaber
And you can't trust that guy.
on Coruscant.
Yeah, I think it could have been that maybe the lightsaber just wasn't fully destroyed, or Yoda had the second one. And so it's possible. I think the second one is probably right. You know, I feel like Luke could have probably found some way to get that lightsaber back. Who
It
knows?
came back somehow.
Somehow the lightsaber has
Came
returned.
back.
Oh, you're back,
Very
Austin.
nice.
You came back too. Somehow Austin has returned. Someone asks how, one asks when. He did.
I came to tell you that episode 7, Boba Fett won't even be in it. They're just gonna cancel it.
I'm just gonna
and make
cancel the
Mando
show.
Season 3.
Yeah, right now we are talking about the end of the episode 6.
Alright, I found the comic and I'm going to show it on the screen as soon as I get back. Shut up.
Shut up.
That opinion is not valid in this universe. Okay, hold up.
Wow.
Alright, hold up. I'm just going to let my guy, fall down there.
Wasn't it
Okay, I have it. I have it. Okay, so never again will we fear the Jedi. Do you know why our blades are red, Lord Vader? This comic's really good, you guys, because it shows how Vader gets his lightsaber that we see in the rest of the movies. It shows how lightsabers become red. You make them bleed. And fun fact, the reason Ahsoka's lightsabers are white are because she took a lightsaber like Vader's or something that was red and she reversed the process. She healed the lightsaber.
Cool.
But let me go ahead and show you guys. Okay, so they don't say that it is Yoda's.
They don't.
They don't say that it's Yoda's.
What?
No, they don't say that it's
What?
Yoda's. They don't say that it's Yoda's. Okay, so y'all see. Okay, so everyone that's watching, y'all see the stormtroopers and how they're putting them in there and all that stuff. Vader and them are talking. And then they're still loading them in right there. Well, this is the next picture. That is exactly what Yoda's lightsaber looks like. And so yeah, he's getting ready to throw it in there. And big boom. So it could very well not be a plot hole at all. But anyway, I highly recommend y'all getting this book. This takes place right after Revenge of the Sith. There is another Darth Vader comic book series that takes place between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. It is excellent as well. I've really enjoyed it. Very good. Very good. You know, but this one's a very good one. I've almost got the whole series. I just need 2 more volumes. But I highly recommend it. Look at this badass picture of Darth Vader. Look at that comic.
What's the name of the comic?
Darth Vader Imperial Machine. Yeah.
Cool.
It's it's a volume, but
Yeah.
so it's got all of them.
We're talking about how some people were saying Yoda's lightsaber, that is a plot hole that it's in.
You're talking about the one book where they're all doing the whole thing at the ceremony after Revenge of the Sith, and then that one guy raises that lightsaber in the sky as end of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Star Wars Theory did a video on that, saying that he thinks it's just that book is just retconned or something.
Well, that scene, I don't think it's retcon. That book's really good. Plus, it's a series. I think maybe it's just that thing. Or maybe it was just another lightsaber that looked like Yoda's. You never know.
Yeah, it could have not been Yoda's. You
I mean,
there were other type of species of Yoda.
Look at how Luke Skywalker's and Obi-Wan's lightsabers looked alike. So it could have been someone literally doing exactly what Yoda did. It could have been a spare. Or it could have just been a prop, because Palpatine, like I said, he knew what that lightsaber looked like. So, yeah. It could have been Yadel's lightsaber, for all we know. Whatever happened to Yadel?
Yadel became a Sith. That's my theory.
Oh, wow, that's so hot.
Damn it. That is Obi-Wan.
He died as Obi-Wan?
Nah.
Huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, but overall that episode was really good. Is Forrest still here? Because Forrest said something.
No.
Forrest?
Yeah, did you see what Forrest Forrest texted in the group chat, see you guys next time.
What?
He's also not in the game. He didn't join this.
Yeah.
He left the squad before we started this Night on Supremacy. Forgot to say.
What the hell? Is he in the party?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's just muted. He's in
What the
party, but he's
hell?
muted.
Like, bruh.
So,
Alright, so let's talk theories before we end the stream. How do
First
we
off,
want the
let's talk
finale to
about-
end?
Do we want to talk about like our final thoughts on those 2 episodes? There's also want to talk about it.
Or on the series as a whole so far? Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Those last 2 episodes, I believe, were really fucking good. But they weren't. They also didn't have Boba Fett, so that leads me to question. Okay, I believe the series still has hope for me to be like remembering it and the same standard as Mandalorian. Right now, it's like around the same level as Mando season 1, or a little bit below that. You know,
Right,
just
right.
because there was so much
What the
for it to live
fuck?
up to with Boba Fett. Oh, is he back?
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
What's up
what?
with you? Hello?
Oh, I'm just getting ready for church. So,
Okay, you're...
getting ready for church. So, theories. Go.
Well, we're talking about, how we felt about the series. Hold up, I gotta get my roommate his shoes. Matt, nobody works with me. I'll be back.
Yeah, but it was,
So,
I believe, so far it's been really good. I think that there's the first 4 episodes, some things were a little dodgy in those, and they weren't as good as some of the best episodes in the Mandalorian season 2 series.
right.
But the last 2 have been really good, and that gives me a lot of hope for Mando season 3. But for right
Yeah.
now, I'm just a little bit, conflicted on this Boba Fett series because it's been so far of 7 episodes. You have 2 of them are not even really about Boba that much. You have some things,
Right,
of course,
and
like
that was a little concerning to me
it's a little,
as well.
yeah,
It's like
it's a little
you
disappointing.
don't even
'Cause it's like
feature your title character.
yeah,
What's up?
It's a little disappointing because it's called the Book of Boba Fett.
What's going
It
on?
only has 7 episodes, and 2 of them are known to have a lot of Boba. I'm just talking about what I thought of the series as a whole. But that's not a big deal to me, of course, because I know they're going to do more seasons. But I really hope this finale makes up for not seeing Boba a lot in the last 2 episodes, and is just a
Yeah.
banger. And I think they could do it, and that's my hope is that this last episode just really makes the character, everything he's done so far makes sense, because of the decisions that Boba's going to make and the stuff he's going to do in this episode.
I think we're gonna get him and Cad Bane finally showing off. That'd be kind of cool.
I do.
Let's
quit.
quit.
But I don't know
Quit.
if I want to see.
Even if that's the final, like the final flashback we see at the end of season 1, it would be like the flashback to how all of that happened, like Boba getting the dent in his helmet.
Oh yeah, I'm getting the dent.
Yeah. Well, wait. I was under the impression that he got the dent from Vader because there was a comic.
There's also, yeah, but there's also a deleted scene from before the Clone Wars season 7 that was Cad Bane shooting his in the helmet. But that might not be canon anymore because you'd think that Boba would have killed Cad Bane then.
Yeah.
So that there's a lot of like no one really knows that seems like canon because from those episodes of the Clone Wars that never actually were made and finished. But yeah, some people still like that. But wasn't there? You said there's a comic. And I think you told me before there was a comic where.
Hi,
Darth Vader
Aaron.
was one of the
Hold
dead.
up. Aaron's saying something. Trying to see what he's saying. You got the Bane took the hit on the head, but had it patched up. Okay. Well, it's just that there was also a comic where where Boba fought Vader. And Vader deflected one of his own bullets back at him, and it hit his helmet. So I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe they'll say something in this episode. Who knows though.
Yeah.
But yeah. How's everyone else feeling about the series so far? Or do you
I
want
feel
more
it's
on the
very strong as
series?
someone that watched Arrow grow and how they did everything with Arrow. I have full faith in John and Dave. I know they know what they're doing. Um,
I do too.
I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna be like Anakin and be like my faith in him has been shaken. No, I have plenty of faith in John and Dave. Personally, I feel that the series is going in a great direction. So, but what about you, Austin? How do you feel about the series? Force?
Kind of the same way as Carlos. All I'm just really hoping for, I've talked about this many times. We need to I want to see a scene where Boba goes full out. Like this last episode needs to be about Boba. Like I know a lot of people even want Luke to come in the end and kind of wreck shit.
I
Like
don't want that.
because I don't want that.
I wouldn't
because a lot of
mind
people
him
think what's
showing up, but that's something with Mando and Grogu. I want it to be separate from the Boba stuff. If I
well
see
because
him and Boba in the same scene, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. But
what
if it's
people
something
have
on the
thought of
side, I don't
Yeah.
care.
what people have thought of what people have expected what's going to happen is that Grogu's going to pick the chainmail, so Luke is going to bring him back, and Luke is going to bring him back during a moment where the Pikes are about to win, they're all behind cover, and they're all one of them is injured or something, they're all going to die, and then Luke shows up and just force pushes everyone out and kills everyone. People think that's going to happen, which that's something if that happened, I would not be happy. I'm just hoping. I want a scene where Boba gets angry and goes ballistic and literally burns someone alive with his flamethrower. I think that's something that even in the movies and in shows isn't shown enough.
Well,
His
yeah, in the
flamethrower
movies, he's
wrist.
not shown at all.
I know it. I want a scene so bad where Boba's just angry and just beating someone to death, and he stands them up there on their knees and he just flamethrowers them. I want something like that. That would be my goal scene to have.
Yeah.
That would be literally and then it plays the Boba theme in the background after, something like that.
Yeah, that would be cool. He gets rid of the respect and goes through all the fear and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. I'd like that. But the Luke thing, I'd want that to happen, what you just said, but separate from the Boba. Like, let's say Mando is under attack and something's happening with Mando, and Luke gets in the way and basically saves Mando. This is separate and whatnot, and then that's what leads Grogu to go off with Luke to learn, because he learns, well, I'll learn how to better protect those I care about, you know? But not with the whole Boba thing. I don't want them to make it feel like Boba needs everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm fighting myself
I
right
would
now, but I
love if
lost.
last minute, right before everything goes to crap in episode 7, Mando gets called off on a job. And it's just he gets told there's this inexorbitant amount of pay and that he'll have free access to basically anywhere. But then that sort of screws Boba over because then that leaves him without arguably one of his heaviest hitters that he would have on his team.
Mando wouldn't do that though. That's the thing. That would be so out
Right,
of character. I'd
right,
be pissed.
right. It would be dramatically out of character.
Now, it wouldn't be out of character for Boba. Well, actually, now it would, because he doesn't care about money anymore. I mean, he doesn't.
Yeah.
So you really got to think about it by that standard.
Yeah. I want to see. I don't want to see a whole lot of Luke in here. I honestly, I'd be fine if they saved the Grogu reveal for Mando season 3. Or maybe at the very, very end, like they did for Boba Fett. Just
That's
a
what
little
I'm
teaser.
talking about at the very end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would have been
So I,
better that way instead of dedicating a whole episode to it.
yeah, sorry, I was a little bit focused on the game because it was like a
Wait, wait,
2v1.
wait, wait. Oh, I thought y'all were
So,
talking about something else. No, I don't mind that was in the middle. They've done shit like that with Arrow and Flash, and I love it, and it worked out beautifully.
yeah, I personally just don't want to see this because I want this to be Boba's show. He's already took it
I
away from
feel
him
like
enough.
if Boba was longer and it had 16 episodes, no one would care.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
no
no, I
one
think
would
it's just the
care.
fact of 7 episodes, and you have to wait a whole another,
Alright.
Yeah.
like probably a year just to see more of it.
And fucking Andor's gonna have 12, which makes no
Right,
sense.
that's crazy. But anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. I do have to run to church. Peace out.
Alright, bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Help me out, Pepsi.
I'm trying.
I forgot to pick my hero.
You know what? Y'all don't get to kill the Mary Sue. I'm needed for the sequels. Bye.
Oh no.
And the
Oh yeah, actually that's
sequels.
fine. So
And the
when
sequels.
don't
Are
exist.
extraction. You know, there's 3 people here now.
No.
It
He
could
wasn't.
happen.
No.
It could happen. In my canon, Rainbow is the sequel.
I can. The Jedi are evil. Yeah, but I really want to just see this be a lot more Boba doing his own thing. My hopes for this episode would make me really enjoy this series as a whole, remember in a good way, would be to have Boba, of course, go into this kind of like, really show off and just be a badass, in this episode. Have him finally just break down and do that. Have him show everyone who's boss and really just define who the character's going to be for the show. If they pulled something else, there's a chance they could pull something else and just make it just really fucking good. And just do something out of left field. That could be
I
kind of
just killed
interesting.
Palpatine. Holy shit. Bro, back up. Carlos, back the hell out of there. I got him now. He's fucked. Yeah, boy.
Cable spin, let's go, boy.
Cool, we finally got a win.
Just you and me, brother.
Alright,
yeah,
well, let's go to the title screen, because that's a good way to end it.
Yeah, but so far, like, all in all, I
Somehow,
really
he's
enjoy
the
this.
top hero.
Somehow he's the top hero. I really enjoy this show. It's not as good as Mando season 2 or 1, at least from where it's at now. Of course, still the finale. But I think they could pull it around and really make it really good. They've really tried to. This finale.
I feel that with or without the finale, let's take. It's almost as good as Mando season 1. Not as good as Mando season 2, but that's
how I
because
feel.
Mando season. It's very unfair to compare season 2 and 1, because season 2 is able to take liberties, which is what the book of Boba Fett probably will do with its second season.
Season 2.
Join back. Anyway,
How are you feeling,
how you feeling? Awesome.
See, I don't know, because I think a lot of it does rely on, because if the finale is really good, I think I could honestly say it is on the same level as Mando season 1. But if it really isn't, then it would be lower. Because right now, I don't see the show as being less than Mando season 1 right now. I just kind of see it as like either on par or slightly under. So it really depends on how this finale goes. And so that's honestly just kind of what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Oh, Forrest, you're back? Forrest?
Okay. Well, anyway.
He's joining on his phone.
That's not gonna work. So you might as well leave.
On his phone.
Shit, Luke is super low.
There you go.
Oh wait, I'm running away. My bad.
Not bad.
But what were you saying? Is you done with everything you were saying?
No, yeah, that's
Just
basically it.
feeling.
Right now, to me, it's like basically as good or like a little bit less as good as Mando season 1. So
Do you
I
have
think I'm
any?
just gonna wait for now and just say
Do you have
like
any theories?
theories first. Well, like I said, I really not like theories, but like I said, I really do hope for that scene. I know, and it's not like if that scene doesn't happen, but just I don't want to say that Boba Fett shouldn't rule with respect, and that's not gonna work because I feel like it could. I feel like that'd be a really good thing if that's
But we
because
need to
it
see
would
him.
show. Yeah, but we need to see Boba be demanding and be like
Yeah.
there needs to
He's
be a
rule
happy mix
respect.
of both.
Yeah, he's rule
Yeah,
respect, but now he has to show them why they should respect him.
exactly.
To
And
show
I
him
feel like
if you don't listen to me when I ask you to do this, then you're
this is
gonna
what's gonna
be
happen.
in fucked.
And what happens is you get your face melted off, and I really want that scene. But no, that's kind of.
Although one thing I don't really want. I don't know if I want him to kill Cad Bane because Cad Bane is just such a big character. Unless they do it in such a
I
badass
don't
way.
I don't
Yeah,
think they're
I don't want
gonna.
him to die. If he dies, I will turn the TV off.
I
You
don't
really
I
think they're
do?
gonna
will.
kill Cad Bane
If Cad
because
Bane dies, I will turn the TV off.
I don't understand why they would bring back Cad Bane if they're gonna kill him next episode. See if instead of Cad Bane it was Bosk, I could see them maybe
I'd be
killing
fine.
Bosk
Yeah.
because Bosk has been
No,
in
have him get
other
injured.
Bosk
series.
is fucking Bosk,
Kill
dude.
Fennec.
Yeah.
But
Fennec is fucking Fennec.
I think
Tell
it's
me, okay,
cool.
okay, okay,
But
okay. Tell me, what could they do with Bosk?
They could do plenty. There's so much history there, especially with him and Black Chrysanthemum.
But I
Unless
think there's more. I know with Black Chrysanthemum, but again, all that stuff could be done with flashbacks. I don't think
no
they can
one
make
wants
anything new
flashbacks.
with.
Everyone's bitched about flashbacks. We can't do
I'm like,
those anymore.
okay.
I mean,
we
we
got
can't.
so many with Boba. We wanted to actually be Boba's show. But if they're gonna show something like
I'm
that
like,
and have it like some of it just real battle just for a short thing.
I'm talking about a show that let's say they make a show called like the History of Chrysanta, where it is like I'm not talking about like just flashbacks in general, but like I don't think there is much new stuff in like the sequel Star Wars that they could do with Bosk. Like I don't see like for me, there's nothing they could really do unless it literally just is Chrysanthemum and Bosk
The
hunting
boss
each other for the
grant.
whole time. Or yeah, it's like don't get me wrong, Bosk is cool and everything, but Bosk is one of those characters where he's kind of limited to like originals in the prequel era because of because of like not because of Black Chrysanthemum, but because like I
Doesn't you don't think
genuinely
he's that
can't
interesting?
I can't think of anything interesting they could do with him in the new sequel era, which is technically where this takes place after episode 6. I can't really think of anything interesting they could do with Bosk in that time unless Bosk joins like the First Order.
I don't think this stuff's gonna be heavily connected to the sequels, and God, I hope it's not.
Well, here's the thing. I know you don't want to hear it, but like I feel like they have to somehow redeem Luke in the sequels through the Luke show. Even though
maybe in the Luke show, but why?
Not through Boba Fett, but Boba Fett. But literally, as we've seen in episode 5 and 6, Luke is building the school. He's building the academy. We are going to see I don't know what show, but at some point we're gonna see Ben Solo being there, being trained,
Okay,
and
I don't wanna.
that's gonna happen.
Okay,
I
I don't think
I
that has to
really
happen. I don't think that needs to happen. But here's the thing: I feel like they have one direction, right? They have two directions. I either want them to just leave Luke alone in the Mandalorian, not connect the Mandalorian. But I think if they want to do a Luke show, they can
That's
do a
what I'm
Luke
saying.
show, and
I'm
they
not-
can fix the sequels, and they
That's
can
what
do
I'm
that. They
saying.
That's
want
what
to do
he's
that.
saying. That's what he's
I'm
saying.
saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying, oh, the next Mandalorian season 3 is gonna all be about Luke training Ben Solo. No. I'm saying that at some point in some show with Luke or with whatever, if they want to make a Luke show, which I don't think that'd be the smartest thing to do, but like something like that, where it is a show that focuses on Luke building the school and stuff, logically, unless they just completely retcon the sequels and make new sequels, which they're not going to do. To me that's a far dream that Disney's not just going to throw away. They're going to try to make it work, but in order for it to even make sense, Ben Solo is gonna be there in some capacity, and because it has to line up and make sense. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work.
Well, the Mandoverse, they've already said they wanted to kind of be their own thing. So to me,
Like I said, it doesn't have to be connected to Mando. It doesn't have to be connected to anything like that. It doesn't have to be. But at some point, in a Luke show, in its own Luke verse, whatever, I feel like we're gonna see that.
maybe,
And that's
yeah.
why-
All right, I can give you that, but I'm just saying right now what they're doing with Luke and everyone that's connected to this Filoni verse is what some are calling it. The way it's going and ending, I wouldn't mind it ending with Luke, whether he's in his show or whatever, him building the Jedi Order and this and that and all that other good stuff, and ended on a happy ending or whatever. That way I don't have to deal with the sequel bullshit.
Yeah.
I would
think they
really
should
like
do
it.
that
And
so
then
that
it's a
people who like the
choice.
sequels
It's
can
a choice
choose.
because then it's like, well, hey, do you want to see the shit that doesn't make sense that happens afterwards? Here you go. Go watch Force Awakens. Go.
Well, then they
yeah.
eventually
Well,
should
my-
try.
my
It'd be
whole-
cool if Dave
my
Filoni
whole
did
thing
try
is-
later on to fix the sequels and add more to it. The only thing that they can't really fix, for me at least, is Palpatine coming back. Luke, they could explain a little bit more behind the scenes. They could try doing that. That could work okay.
That's
But
what I mean.
Palpatine, they can't do anything with.
Well, see,
He's fucked.
here's my whole thing. We're not gonna see a lot of Luke's school academy, in my opinion, like in the actual academy, like having it actually be a school. If I don't get how they would do that and just like completely ignore the fact that, oh yeah, in like Ben Solo was trained by like that whole thing, unless like they'd have to pull some loot. Like, I don't know. It'd be very hard for them to literally just weave around everything that goes on there. They'd have to
Well, for
really
now,
be like,
they can, though.
They
Because
can.
now they
They're,
can.
they're
For
so far
now-
away from it. They're so
Yeah.
far away from it. For
I
10,
know,
15 years, they can still hide from it.
I know. But at some point, something's gonna get. They're gonna have to deal with it. They're gonna have to face the reality at some point. I'm really interested how they're gonna do that.
Well, if they do that, which they might not have to, like I said, they've got 30 years of time. Okay? 30 years. There's no way, unless at the very last season of this connected Mandoverse they decided to, which would very much disappoint me and a lot of fans. But I don't think
Like
they
I
will.
said, I don't think it's gonna be connected to the Mandoverse. The only thing that is
Yeah.
connected to the Mandoverse right now is,
Yeah,
is Grogu.
yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing that's keeping them. And honestly, if Grogu does decide he doesn't want to be a Jedi, it's like, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be a little disappointed because I feel like it would be cool. I personally, for me, I want to see
I
Grogu
know why
become
it's
a Jedi.
Yeah.
I want to see Grogu become a Jedi.
But we
To
might
me, that
not
makes more
see a lot
sense.
of that. But maybe we can see him like be like a Padawan. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, yeah, that's what I want to see Grogu go through. I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoyed the training scene with Luke and them, and I feel like if they're gonna do more with that, then it's gonna show more of the school being built and stuff. And like we have to think about it. That scene in the sequels, where like the thing, like the whole chapel and everything, like the whole thing goes on fire and stuff. Like, I'm guessing Grogu was a part of that, in some, like he was there in that time or something. Unless I don't know how they did that with Grogu, but like that's what I'm saying. I don't know how they would, like, I know there is a lot of time, but like if we are going to see Grogu more actually become a Jedi, that's going to take time. And so it's like you gotta, I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of on the same page as Carlos.
We've strayed away a lot from Boba Fett.
I know, but it's because Boba Fett 5 and 6 have fucking introduced so many other things and so many other things now. It's like I said, it's not even about Boba Fett anymore. It's just about bigger things at this point.
They want to do a separate Skywalker show and do all that bullshit. Fine. I know it will make a selection of people happy. A very small selection, I think we can mostly agree. And I'm not putting you in
Not
that
very
selection.
small, but just like
Awesome.
Yeah, out of selection.
But this is dead fact. The majority of people don't like the sequels, so it's a risky move. But I would like them to do that for the sequel people that enjoy it, and for people like you that are interested in seeing it, as long as, and like you already suggested, it's not connected to the Mandoverse. I want the Mandoverse to do its own thing. So I think we're all kind of on the same page now. So
I'm just
Yeah.
worried that they're gonna run into a point where if I feel like everything's just gonna be dodging the sequels, and it's just nothing's gonna feel like. I feel like I don't know. Instead, I don't think the problem. I don't think the solution is ignore the sequels. I think the solution is to fix it and have it make more sense in whatever way they can. I don't think the solution is to ignore it.
see, the thing is, with it being 30 years away, that
There's
means
still a lot of time.
there is so much time. I mean,
Grogu
all-
already knows a lot of stuff already, even though like he's not
yeah,
been a
because he was
Jedi.
trained. Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to take him 25 years for him to just, be somewhat of a Jedi.
Yeah, plus you gotta take into account Mando, Boba, fucking Bo, all those people are gonna be old in 30 years, just like Luke.
I think right now they're focusing on
is the
just
show
Mandalorian.
well yeah. Is the show gonna go or not, and I'm not just talking about Book of Boba Fett anymore, is it gonna go fucking 10, 15 years into the future? I don't know about that. I think it might take place 5 or 10 years. A Skywalker series, though, they've already talked about doing, though. And they're gonna do it. It's gonna be animated. Austin, have you heard about it?
No, but that's what I'm like.
So you're gonna get exactly what you're saying, is what I'm saying.
Let's just move on.
Yeah,
Well,
I think we talked about sequels a lot. Unless you have something else to say.
Well,
It's fine. But yeah, we've been on like a tangent of the sequels. It's like this is the Boba Fett review. But yeah, I get what you're saying though, Austin. I kind of want something similar, but I feel like they can separate from the sequels in a way, because I feel like there's also a lot of people who don't dislike that. Or I think what they could do is get the best of both worlds, put Legends into canon, in between that 30 years. And then maybe have some sort of series that takes place after.
Or an alternate. Here's the thing y'all haven't discussed.
Or an alternate reality type thing.
And that is already canon, because of Ahsoka, and because of Rebels, because of the world of mirrors. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
So I wouldn't mind if the sequels are canon in some way, and Legends are canon in another. I would fucking love that. I know you don't think they will, but I also don't think they're gonna touch too much on the sequels. This way, everyone would get what they want. And if I was Disney. If I was Disney, and if I was Dave Filoni and them, I would be like, let's make everyone happy. Let's keep the sequels canon, and then the Mandoverse can be built around the Legends, and we can still show how it is. We can literally show Rey, kind of like what they did in the fucking Christmas special, where they showed the time travel ship, but not exactly like that. Like I said, the Mirror of Worlds can come into play, and we'll still see that the sequels does happen, just in a really stupid, pathetic, fucked up reality, because I don't like the sequels. I'm sorry, I know.
I don't want it to get complicated enough to where I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe we should just go back talking about Mandalorian. Yeah. I mean, both that.
Well, look, my point is, if they can just find a way to bring Padme back, it would make a lot more sense now.
My point is,
go Vader.
Boba Fett doesn't fucking melt someone's face off. The show's bad. All right, there you go. End the stream. Bye.
End the stream. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I think we're on our last fight.
Yeah. To be Aiden. That was until he's Vader.
I like Aiden.
Oh, you actually like Aiden? Okay.
No.
I didn't know if you knew how to use her or not.
Well, I don't know how to use really anyone, but
Aiden is good.
Fucking Obi-Wan.
Carlos! I'm doing everything I can.
Are we gonna keep talking about Boba? Or, just like the actual show?
Well, hold up. Going back to the sequels.
Fuck
oh my god.
Oh shit, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do I want from the finale, and how do I feel about the finale? We're gonna go to the title screen now, Carlos. I want Boba to either break down and go back to his old ways, or show that it's a facade. I want them to really I want it to be at least 45 minutes, if not longer. I wouldn't mind
Oh, I
it.
want to be
If it was an
freaking-
hour and a half, I would make popcorn and
Yeah,
be
no,
like,
that's what I want.
hold
That's
up.
my dream.
Hello? Yeah, I'm not coming into work today. Yeah, I came down with SW, man. I'm sorry. Bye.
That's W, dude.
Star Wars.
That's W disease.
So,
Sorry, it's out of my control.
Fucking weird.
but that's what I would want. That would be good. I want to see Cad Bane be back. I don't mind if Cad Bane dies, but not in this episode. Wait till later, okay? I mean, he doesn't need a huge character arc, but don't introduce someone and then be like, yeah, you're dead. I mean, that's just stupid. But all in all, I think it'll be a good episode. We'll have to wait. We'll probably do a discussion about this probably next Sunday if we can, you guys. I don't know if all of us will be here for it, but we'll just talk about the finale. It's kind of why we did this, so we wouldn't have to talk about everything in there. But comment down below what you want from the finale and how you're feeling about the series and what you think of the sequels, because that became a big part of this stream. And it just... no, it did. But that's fine, because these streams are chill. That's what happened. I've watched other streamers talk about shit, so I'm not mad at all. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like and maybe subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see y'all for the Boba Fett Book of Mando and Grogu finale. And until then,
Yeah.
remember, survive, endure, adapt, but above all else, always persevere.
The Force is with you.
We're not Star Wars Theory. Shut the fuck